How's it going, everyone? It's the second Know Your Role, and today we're going to hit the Playmakers, because Playmakers can be a bit of a confusing thing in FM because there's three different types. You've got your DLP, your Deep Line Playmaker, your AP, your Advanced Playmaker, and the biggest mystery of all, the RP, the Roaming Playmaker. What's the difference? Which should we use? Let's have a little look. Now, in these Know Your Role videos, the best way to show roles and describe them is to show modern day players playing in them. So if you look at the graphic there, we've got three players for three different roles. So Deep Line Playmaker, nobody epitomises that role better to me than Andrea Pirlo did for Italy, Juve, Milan. What a player. Sitting a little bit deeper, so his start position's a bit deeper. It doesn't really bomb on, he just kind of sits, dictates the play, pinging it left, pinging it right, long range passes, short passes, keeping the ball moving. World class. Advanced Playmaker, David Silva, also was in the Mazzala video because he could perform both roles. His position is more advanced start position, key in the name there, advanced, than the DLP. He'll try and influence things a little bit further up the pitch in that role, smaller, shorter passes perhaps. Now your Roaming Playmaker is a funny one because it's a role that's hardly used in the game because you need a good quality technical player with it who's got a good engine. He's going to start a bit deeper, but he's also going to move up, move wide, move left, down the centre. Paul Pogba, when he's on form, especially for France, ideal in that position. He'll start deeper, moving on advance when he can, dictating the play higher up the pitch, lower down the pitch. So the key's in the name roaming. He's going to try and dictate the play from wherever he is on the pitch. Okay, three examples there. Let's see them on formations. Why not start with the one that most people don't use, the Roaming Playmaker? What is the Roaming Playmaker? Now, I mentioned Paul Pogba, and if you look at the description the game gives you, you'll see why. So the Playmaker, Roaming Playmaker, is the heartbeat of the team, driving forward with the ball to spearhead attacks as well as tracking back to cover defensively. So it's going to be physical. Always offering passing option to teammates, so he wants the ball. The Roaming Playmaker must have physical attributes, Pogba, to maintain a high intensity, as well as technical attributes to stamp his authority on the game. From the past, Yaya Toure. Up to date, Pogba on form. You look to pick the ball up in deep positions, so you can even play him in the half-back role, or so that defensive midfield role, and you can break from there, or you can play him a little bit further on in advance, like this. So a 4-3-3 formation, one of the most popular formations in the game today, is used a bit more advanced. So you can use that RPM either further back, where the half-back is in this formation here, or you can use him a little bit further to start the more advanced runs from there. Entirely up to you. I prefer to use him a little bit higher up, then he's got less defensive responsibilities. Now your DLP and your AP are quite similar roles. The only difference is that your DLP will sit a little bit deeper and he'll kind of stay in that area. So he's not going to make more advanced runs. He's going to stick to where he is and dictate the tempo, Pirlo-esque, from the centre of the pitch. He will occasionally, on a support duty, move up a bit, so that's where long shots can come in handy, but predominantly he's more of a defensive midfielder role, pinging it from deep. Now the AP, slightly different from the DLP in that his starting position is a little bit higher up and he's going to be a bit more attacking orientated. So he's not just going to sit deep, especially with an attack duty like we've got on there. He's going to push on a bit and look for little through balls in and around the box. You can even advance him still further and pop him in that hole there in between the two wingers and just behind the striker for an even more attacking formation. Entirely up to you. Okay, for the sake of the video, I'm going to presume that most of you have tried the Advanced Playmaker or the DLP role. So the highlight little package here has got my player in a Roaming Playmaker role that I played in a recent friendly. Now the player we're looking at is Venet. That's how I see it anyway, Venat for you and me, but Venet when we're getting all posh. So just watch what he's up to in these positions, alright? So he started deep there, following the play of the right wing back. He picks it up there, ready to influence the game, nice little ball in, Ward pings it in. So if you've got a bit of technical ability with crossing as well on your Playmaker, you're absolutely laughing. Next up, there he is again, look, just on the edge of the box, getting ready for things to happen. So he's broke from deep, comes out to him, technical ability, vision, little dink, bang, in it goes, 2-0. Working perfectly so far. So he's influencing the game, in the final third, breaking from deep, which is what the Roaming Playmaker does brilliantly. Lastly, there he is again, so he's nice and deep, even though the team's attacking, so he's come a little bit deeper to get the ball. Hanging around on the edge of the box there, still there on the edge of the box, so he's basically giving you all the attacking options you need. Comes out to him, and that's where having some shooting ability is also very, very handy. So Roaming Playmaker key points. They're going to start deeper, but they're going to still bomb on. So they're a bit like a box-to-box midfielder, but they're going to try and influence the game a little bit more. So your key attributes. Now this one's a little bit trickier because we're covering 3 different roles in a way. So I've narrowed it down to 5 key ones that should be present for all 3 roles. Okay, so you've got vision and passing. They go together obviously. You want the player to be able to pick the pass, pick the right ball, see the through balls, whether it be from deep or further up. Technique, he needs to be good on the ball, especially when he gets more advanced, when he gets pressured on him, when he gets pressured on the ball. If he's got good technique, he's more likely to be able to take that ball under control, get that pass away. Decisions, again, is he going to make the right pass? Is he going to pick the right ball for you? And a little bit of flair won't go amiss, so you can get a bit more creative when you're up against a tight team. If you can get those 5 attributes in any of the key roles, you're laughing. Obviously, there'll be a few different attributes that can come into play as well, such as long shots perhaps, such as dribbling for your more advanced playmakers. But those 5, they'll be your key ones for all 3 roles.